fucking take too long.
Bro, we're saving fucking hard drive space, record everything.
Are you guys
Apparently.
together?
We're all together. Wink, wink. I'm the problem.
Wait, is this a full-size grown bear?
I got a jackass right here.
So you're trying to cover up some shit.
1776. Get in the fucking car. So she gets in the car.
Well, nobody should come while they're recording this.
Welcome to the show.
Hot sauce. Some like it stupid.
That's a real dickhole.
And we're back. For
What do you mean we didn't go anywhere?
Yeah.
well, we're back for part 3.
What?
Part 3
Okay.
of this 3-parter that we've been doing.
Oh, when I did the 3, I put the 3 on the table and I said the shipwreck, the drug dealer with the hippos, and the killer cop.
And now we're back to part 3.
Okay. Disapproving sigh.
Apparently, goddamn, fuck you both.
No, today's gonna be the killer cop.
The killer cock,
Killer cop.
right? That's what I heard.
No, yeah, you got cock on the brain.
Always.
Always thinking about wieners.
Oh my god.
Chaz is having none of this right now.
No, I was just thinking about Key and Peele, the homophobic guy in the office. He just ripped what his dick was.
Homophobe.
Oh, he's not homophobic. I'm just an asshole. So
Today we're going to talk about the real Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, we're not.
Wrong show. Sorry.
we can talk about that if you want, but
We'll do an episode of that.
Is plexiglass bulletproof?
it
Let's
is-
find out.
It is not. Billy, hold this up.
Hey, can you hold up this picture?
So since we skipped it, I'll jump in. I'm James. Across from me is Chaz, and then to my left, immediate left, is Billy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Why do you say it like that? Because he's
I'm
sitting too close to you?
I'm breathing down his
My
neck right now.
immediate left.
He's got his arm on my opposite shoulder. It's real weird.
But he enjoys it, though. That's why he hasn't told me to move
He
yet.
doesn't know anything about personal space.
What's that?
All right, just stop rubbing my shoulders. Okay, so Billy had something that he wanted to bring up. He immediately goes, No, I can't talk about this. We need to record this. So I would like to hear what you were gonna say.
You're under the impression that it's something stupid, you said?
No, I didn't say it was
No,
gonna be
what
stupid.
was it? What did you say that? You said if it's something, I'm going to hit you.
Oh no, what I said was if it's something like super obvious,
Oh, super
you're,
obvious.
you're in trouble because I'm gonna lay it on pretty fucking thick.
Oh, no, this is not obvious. But it might be. I don't know.
Like
At least not
somebody,
to me.
like somebody today said to me, "Oh, you went to what's that store?" And they're looking at my bags because we got energy drinks from GNC,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Never heard of it." I'm like, "GNC's like a thing. It's like Walmart. Like who hasn't heard of GNC?"
Well, I got one for you. I was talking to Billy earlier, and he's like, "Yeah, I just went to the bar. I had a couple beers. Now I'm getting my hair cut." So I was like, "Oh, so you're just getting buzzed?"
And then I told
And I was
Jazz.
like, "It
Alright,
it
yeah.
works both ways, right?"
That's pretty.
So it worked. It's a double entendre.
No, I like that.
Yeah,
It was good.
it was well played.
Yeah. And it was off top too.
It's a homonym.
Hamina.
Tell your story.
Okay, it's a quick story.
I
so,
really want to rip into you, so just go ahead.
well, you don't need to have a story to do that to me.
Oh, now you're just toying with me.
So,
Pulls out dick whistle.
so the other night, I had this fucking crazy ass dream that turned into almost to a little bit of a nightmare. I'm in my old house,
Mhm.
and the house is being overrun by these sentient giant spider crabs.
Okay.
And the biggest crab which is the leader of these
You
crabs.
said,
Obviously,
you
yeah.
said sentient,
Yes,
like can think on their own.
yes.
Can't
And-
crabs do that already?
Well, these crabs
And
also
spiders
talk.
too, right? I'm just checking.
Oh, you mean they've got like a persona where they're
Oh
like,
yeah, exactly.
they're like, "Hey Billy, how's it going?"
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
They're
what
not just like,
Crab.
I'm being a crab. Ma, let me get
crab
you.
people.
I want to pitch you.
No, they actually have personas. That's what I meant to
They
say.
have
Thank you.
voices. Okay. All right. Okay.
And so the biggest crab was perched on top of the roof, looking down and saying, also there's a bunch of little white versions of these crabs. The big one's like, normal crab color, like orange and like maybe some white spots or whatever, right?
Okay.
There's these little white ones all around, and I'm trying to bash these little white ones, right? And every time I hit one and I try to kill it with, like, I think it was a mallet or some shit, it was a couple days ago, I remember, they would split into two.
Wait, you never said that the crabs were evil.
No, they're overrunning. Yeah, they're trying to kill us.
Oh.
Because they're telling me that they're trying to destroy humanity and destroy me and my family.
No.
So you're hitting the little white crabs with a mallet or something, and every time you squash one, it splits into two
Yes.
smaller ones.
No,
or
same size. Same size.
That's pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah. And so the biggest one, now, mind you, this is a spider crab. This is something like it resembles a spider and a crab together.
Yeah.
And I have a phobia of spiders. I don't like them.
Do you like crabs?
I love crab.
Oh.
I didn't say crabs.
Oh.
Crab.
You caught yourself right there.
I knew what you were trying to pull.
You got some good breaks.
And so the biggest crab says to me, don't even try, or something menacing like you would hear in a movie, that we will devour you. And so,
Is it like from Star Trek where they're like, resistance is futile?
kind of like that,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
And then,
Are you sure you just weren't watching Star Trek?
no, I wasn't watching.
Okay.
I don't watch Star Trek. Star Wars, baby. Anyways, so just as I'm about to figure out how to defeat these things, I wake up, right?
Mhm.
And this dream is kind of like haunting me for the remaining like hours of change that I'm up, because I decided to go to Reddit and just view things on there because I was already up. So then I decided, you know what? Let me look. Oh, and also in my dream, I called them grand crabs. That was what they were called.
Grand?
Yeah, grand crabs. I don't know why that's what I called them. But when I woke up, I was like, let me go to Google and find out if grand crab is actually a thing. Grand crab is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It actually is a Trojan horse virus. But that's neither here nor there. So then I decided to go a little deeper. And I started thinking, okay, well, these things are like some kind of spider crab hybrid. Maybe let's type that out. I did, and turns out there is a Japanese spider crab.
Yeah.
Did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, they're like 9 feet wide.
The largest one that was recorded was 18 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're big.
And I shat myself, which was a good thing because I happened to be in the toilet when I was reading this. So
Oh, good.
yeah.
Proper placement.
Yeah, because the moment I read it, I went, huh! It all came out of me.
It's the only place to shit yourself, in my opinion.
There's if you look it up, these spider crabs, there's like a guy holding one, and he's got it by the body, and the legs are like
Oh,
way
they're
out
fucking
there.
huge.
They're huge.
Oh, I was so taken back, and I thought, oh my god, my dream fears have become reality fears. So now I have a new phobia: spider crabs.
I got one for you. You've heard of coconut crabs?
I have,
Yep.
yeah,
Those things would be terrifying.
yeah, they would.
They're huge.
Well, I mean, they climb fences and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the scariest thing about them.
Wait, I'm sorry. What they do? What
They like climb fences.
they climb fences?
Yeah.
You never seen these things? They climb trees and shit.
I've seen them, but I didn't know they climb in general. I thought they were just on the floor.
Hardly ever. They're always on something.
So fuck crabs.
So two fears were born today.
Yep.
I'm so glad I could help.
God, fuck you guys.
You know what I'm going to do later? I'm going to send them a picture of a crab climbing a fence.
Motherfucker, don't you fucking do it.
Right in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. You're just gonna send bing. Oh god.
And I happen to be up every night between 2 and 3 o'clock.
Must be an emergency.
God, don't you fucking do it.
And then he shits himself.
I wasn't in the toilet.
He just picks his phone up, goes into the bathroom, and then he looks at it.
Oh, thank God.
That's what he's going to do to all of our
Again.
texts right now.
Every time a text comes in, he goes, "Oh, I can't look at that. I gotta go to the bathroom just in case."
It says it's from Chaz. I have to just.
It says it's a picture message, so yeah, I better be on the toilet for this one.
I mean, for a while I was trying to sabotage him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried.
It worked.
What were you doing?
So what I'd do to kind of throw him off, I'd send him like like a cool picture, like a cat high fiving another cat.
Yeah,
or something.
lull him into your confidence.
And then I'd send him like cursed images, like Mickey Mouse in the basement, but Mickey Mouse has been doing like a bunch of meth.
Oh yeah, the one where he's in like a sewer drain or something.
Yeah, or like a video of somebody pulling off their toenail.
Oh, that would get me.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was so was that obvious?
No, but
Totally obvious.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna tell a story about how like you just figured out that something the rest of the world has known for a real long time is a thing. Like I just realized on a mailbox when you flip that little flag up, it means there's mail in there.
I just found out Chef Boyardee's a real chef.
He is.
I rest my case.
I wish your face did not have that level of genuine surprise on it. I was hoping you would be like, wait, Chef Boyardee's a real guy? Oh, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. But you're like, huh? No.
That's my mind being blown.
Aunt Jemima's a real aunt.
You mean the kind that goes in a hole and
Yeah,
burrows deep and with another ant?
How do you think she got all that maple syrup? By lifting 10 times her own body weight.
Terrible.
Jesus. Yeah, we're horrible. Well, if no one else has anything to add, everybody good? Everybody have a wonderful week?
I had a fantastic week, so I'm solid right now.
Okay.
What about you guys?
I had a pretty good week. I had Monday off to recover from Super Bowl, thank God.
Oh, that was a hell of a disappointing game.
Yeah, but I really wasn't watching the game.
Yeah, if I wanted to watch a bunch of guys not score, I'd just take you guys out to a bar.
Where'd you hear that one?
No, it's everywhere.
I think I've seen that a couple times. Okay, well, Super Bowl was pretty disappointing. The game was disappointing. That's how I should frame this, because
The halftime show was also disappointing.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't either. I feel like we had a good time.
I had a wonderful time.
I had a great time too, but I'm just saying that whole SpongeBob tease was bullshit.
We made 100 Jello shots for like, I don't know, how many people do you think were there?
Like 5.
Yeah. Well,
That mattered.
No,
There-
like
there-
10 or 12.
there might have been 10 people having Jello shots. So that means pretty much everybody had 10. Or Josh had 30 and everybody else had.
Yeah, our friend Josh had quite a few.
I feel like he did have 30.
Ash kept going because he showed up at 11, and he shows up with like a literal ton of ice, and I'm like, oh, thanks, man. So I throw it on the keg. I throw it in these big buckets we've got Cokes and stuff in, and he's just sitting on the patio with me at like I think it was 11, maybe a little earlier than that. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's tap this fucker. Let's start drinking, man. So before anybody even showed up, Josh and I had been drinking for like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. I have no idea. And he started getting a little, wobbly, doing that on the toes dance that people do. And Ash is walking around, and she's just handing out Jello shots to fucking everybody. And then she starts to go, oh yeah, okay, we're going to put these away. I'm going to skip you, Josh. And Josh is like, oh no, I found a Jello shot right here. And he's tonguing it out. I'm like, oh god. He was being really, really funny, but unintentionally. Like he was talking to people with his eyes completely shut.
Was this end of the night or beginning of the day?
This was like midday. And I forget what he said. He said something like to Ashley's parents. He goes, "Yeah, I'm the guy that's gonna be real awkward later. Just ignore me." And I was like, "Why are you telling people this? Like, this is more awkward than you could ever be." And then he just disappeared. He was like, "Oh yeah, my mom's here. See ya." I was like, what the fuck? He was pretty outrageous. I thought he was funny as shit, and he didn't like molest anybody, so that was perfect.
Oh,
he was just the right.
plus.
He was just the right amount of drunk without being inappropriate. Oh man, that was a fun night though.
Yeah, good times. It was really good times.
Pretty, I would say fairly early, like 10 o'clock. I started doing my own tiptoe dance where I was rocking back and forth, and I was like, I'm fucking hammered. I can't even keep both my eyes open. I'm gonna die. And then Ash is like, all right, well, maybe we take you to the bathroom because you look like you're about to throw up. So I go into the bathroom, and I'm in like the sink area, and somebody's in the bathroom, and I go, babe, I'm gonna puke. She goes, okay, well, let's wait for the bathroom. And I go, no, in the sink. Here it comes. So I'm sitting on the counter, and I'm throwing up into the sink, and she's going, oh my god, that's so gross, that's gross, that's gross. The good news was, I had only had like a couple chips and queso and like 2 pigs in a blanket all day. So it was all liquid. And she goes, oh, I'm going to have to clean this up. And I was like, no, I got it. So I pull my jersey off, because I had that Saints jersey on all day.
Yeah.
And I'm like wiping the counter with it.
Oh,
and
God.
she's like, oh, I'm going to have to get that dry cleaned too. Oh. I'm scooping water like against the side of the sink, trying to get everything down the drain.
You were a hot mess.
Yeah, I was rough, man. I was super rough. But I woke up the next day, and she had put a trash can on my side of the bed, and I woke up like $1 million. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. And they're like, it was Ash, her cousin, her sister, and they're like, oh, well, let's go get breakfast. I go, okay, yeah, sure, we could do that. So we go to breakfast, and they're just like, we need Bloody Marys, we need water, we need all the liquids we can possibly put in our body. I'm just like, yeah, can I get a beer? Sure. It's 10:30 in the a.m. I'll beer me.
That's the only way to cure a hangover.
I wasn't hungover.
Oh, well,
I was
then you were just an alcoholic.
I was just starting my Monday. That was fun. Today, I have a little tale about
Part 3.
a gentleman named Gerard John Schaefer.
Time Cop.
And it's so funny that you brought up crabs. This was not planned, but the bulk of this story takes place in Florida, where the venereal disease crabs started. That's probably not true, but I'm saying
It's
it with
Florida.
confidence.
Can I ask you what those are?
The little creepy crawlies in your pubes.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
They're creepy crawlies.
It's like spider crabs, but they're real small.
The funny thing is, when you said that, the first thing I imagined was a bunch of crabs that just were dirty like koalas. There's VD everywhere. And they're just fucking.
What is
everything.
it? Koalas have chlamydia?
Yeah.
Koalas have chlamydia?
Yeah.
There it is. There's the face of genuine surprise.
Yeah.
Every time I think of like crotch crickets, as some people call them.
Crotch crickets?
Yeah, you've never heard that? No. I always think of Aqua Teen when who is it, Carl? These these crabs get like super overgrown, and he just goes, "Yeah, you just hit them with the shampoo," and you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "Yeah, you just use this comb," and he starts like whacking it with it or something, and then he's like, "Then you hit him with the shampoo." Such a great stupid show. Okay, so back on track. Let's do this shit. Gerard John Schaefer. He was born March 25th, 1946. Oldest of 3 kids to Gerard and Doris Marie.
Uh-huh.
He was born in Wisconsin, raised in Atlanta, where he went to Marist Academy, which is a Catholic prep school. Marist Academy. In Catholicism, there's a lot of there's a lot of saints, and not in all religions do they focus on like saints and Mary and stuff like that.
No, I was raised Catholic.
Yeah, so was I, kind of. So the Marist Academy is basically the head of our school is Mary. Like, she looks over everybody.
Uh-huh.
In 1960, his family would move to Fort Lauderdale.
This is where the story gets good.
I also refer to Florida as the Devil's Anus, even though it looks like a penis.
It's also America's anus.
Yeah, it is America. Yeah, Devil's Ain't America's. Yeah, all roads lead to Rome, man. He didn't get along with his father, and he began obsessing over women's underwear and cross-dressing. So,
cool.
red flag 1.
Okay, just gonna put this out there. This is the cop one, right?
Yes.
In case you weren't listening, this is the one about the cop.
So this is the one of. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I'm clear with this. This is the one about the cop.
Okay. The cop.
Yeah. Okay.
Time cop.
Wait. Is this the one about the school bus driver?
The cop is what this one's about.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so after graduating high school in 1964, he went to Florida Atlantic University. During that time, he married Martha Fogg. In 1960,
That's a weather person's name.
Dallas Storms. Dallas Reigns, that's his name.
Can I ask, is it 1G or 2?
Two G's.
It's Fog.
That's good right there.
It's an extra dose of fog.
That's good.
It's a double dose of fog.
Heavy fog there.
Upgrade with 2 D's. The extra D is for a double dose of pimpin'. Okay. In 1969, he was a teacher at Plantation High School, but he was quickly fired due to totally inappropriate behavior.
What did he do?
That is in quotations. Totally inappropriate behavior. I'm not going to go into it because it's pretty fucked up. You'll understand in a minute.
Okay.
Afterwards, he would try to enter priesthood, but he was denied.
Okay.
At least they had the decency to deny him.
That was the quickest segue I could make.
So schools and churches said no.
Schools and churches,
Get out of here.
the places where young people are most prevalent, not allowed to be near him. Okay, so Martha divorced him in 1970.
That's quick.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they were only married for 2 years. 1971, he would marry Teresa Dean, as well as a
He moved on
graduate,
really quick.
as well as he would graduate from the police academy. So, in a year's time, turning my life around. I'm doing this. I'm doing this shit.
I'll show those kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Making fun of me.
You didn't want me to be a teacher or a priest? I'm gonna go for the next step of power.
I'm going to go for somebody that has power over both of them.
You know, we jest.
We do.
We make fun of people like this because, well, in a little bit it's gonna get real dark, and the only way to take this power away from these fuckers is to belittle them. I think. I feel. I've been feeling.
I've been feeling.
I feel. I've felt. I've been feeling.
I got a feeling.
Shut the fuck up.
And
Okay,
it's more cowbell.
So at age 26,
Shut up.
I tried to blow right past the cowbell
You
line,
tried.
but
I got a fever.
still ducked it on in there. Okay, so at age 26, recently married Gerard becomes a sheriff's deputy of Martin County, Florida. This is 1972. He had transferred from Wilton. Is it Mammers? I think it's Mammers. Wilton Mammers. It's another county.
Yeah, Wilton Memories.
Yeah, Wilton Mammaries. After a recommendation from a superior following a major drug bust. He was hired by Sheriff Crowder. On July 22nd, 1972, Sheriff Crowder gets a call from Schaefer telling him how he made a big mistake trying to teach some hitchhiking girls a lesson.
Oh God.
Jeez.
What happened?
Well, I'll tell you.
I know. That's what I'm asking.
Guess what happened. Just take a guess.
He took him to a nice seafood dinner.
And then he never called him again. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. No, okay, so
Well, I'm guessing he couldn't just cover it up with his usual cop clout, right?
no, he was new. He was new to the sheriff's department.
There you go.
So what he did was he tormented the girls, tied them up, made them stand on I forget the name of the tree, mangrove roots coming out of the ground. They're slippery, and then he put a noose around each of their necks,
Holy shit.
so that if
Whoopsie!
they slipped, they would have died.
I messed up.
Yeah. So
So he's a,
So
a
let
fucked
me-
individual.
let me throw this back in context for you.
Okay.
Sheriff
do.
Crowder is sitting at home. He's got like a martini or whatever the fuck people drink
Gotta
in
be dry.
1972. He's watching Chips. If Chips was right, I don't even know. I think that was an 80s thing. So he's sitting
No,
there
Chips was 70s.
watching MASH.
Yeah, MASH
Let's say
works.
MASH, yeah.
Okay.
And he gets a phone call, and this guy goes, "Hey, yeah, Sheriff. No big deal. Let me start with that. But I kind of made a whoopsie doozy, and I picked up some hitchhiking girls, took them out into the middle of the woods, and I put them in nooses and tied them up, and then I just left them there. Now I can't find them.
So I'll see you Monday?
Yeah, so enjoy your weekends. Like, who the
The
guy's
balls.
out of it,
The balls in this man.
Okay, so
Did he admit all that stuff to him? Just
Yeah.
Like right, okay.
yeah,
Jesus
under
Christ.
the guise of, hey, I was trying to teach these girls a lesson. Even though hitchhiking was not illegal at this time, what he does is he meets them the day before in his police cruiser, in uniform, everything. He agrees. He tells these girls, hey, I'm gonna pick you up tomorrow so you don't have to hitchhike. I mean, that's dangerous. So he shows up in his off-duty car, like his own personal car.
Ugh.
He's not in his uniform or anything like that. And he says, yeah, I'm undercover. Come on, let's go. And then he drags them out into the woods and
Jesus.
does all this shit. So Crowder, he heads to Hutchison Island, where Schaefer told him he took the girls to try and find them. He does, and the story they tell is significantly different.
What did they say?
They said he picked him up in civilian car, no uniform.
Okay.
The two girls, Nancy Trotter, 17, Paula Wells, 18. They were handcuffed. He put them in the nooses, put them on the branches. He molested them. He said he was going to rape them. And then he said he was going to kill one of them, and they would choose who he was going to kill.
Oh,
And he
shit.
would release the other. So, real fucked up.
Yeah.
Crowder immediately fires Schaefer.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Did he say, "I want to play a game"?
Want to play a game? No, he didn't say that.
No, it's not a question. That's the fucked up thing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I want to play a game.
and it's not canasta. It's a multiple choice. Okay,
Every answer is wrong.
Yeah, no matter how you answer this, I'm gonna fucking kill
Who
you.
brings up canasta?
This geriatric motherfucker.
Canasta?
It's 1972. That's probably a new game at that time.
Bridge.
Okay, all right.
Cornhole.
Mahjong, got it. Okay, so Crowder fires Schaefer, and he arrests him for abduction and aggravated assault. He posts bail and has a trial date set. November 1972, he is found guilty, but he strikes a deal for 6 months in jail. He relocates his wife to live with...
She's still with him?
yeah.
How did he only get 6 months in jail?
Yeah.
Because he struck a deal. He said, "I'll plead guilty if you," because it's, as of right now, it's just abduction and aggravated. Like, they can't get him for a crime of rape and murder that he didn't commit, even though he intended to.
Okay. So they knocked off potentially years of
Oh
his
yeah,
sentence.
oh yeah, absolutely. You got. I mean, again, it's the 70s, so I'm not gonna say that criminals had it easier because the penalties were lower, but in some of these cases, that is what's going on. It's, we don't give people the death penalty in a state like Florida for, kidnapping. They get, which kind of what happened, but he kind of talks his way around it, where he says, "Listen, I'll plead guilty if you give me 3 months in jail," and then they kind of go back and forth.
Did he say, "Oh, it was an accident.
No.
I'm going to jail over an accident"?
Yeah,
Weird.
It was all accidental. I was trying to teach these girls a lesson. He's playing that card.
Mm-hmm.
So in November 1972, he's found guilty, strikes a deal. gets 6 months in jail. He relocates his wife to live with his mom in Fort Lauderdale, and he's told to report to jail in January. So this is pretty important. He has almost 2 months of freedom before he has to go to jail. So April 1st, 1973, St. Lucie County, Florida, a pair of men collecting cans on Hutchinson Island, again, find the remains of 2 young women. They're both hacked apart, buried in shallow graves, and torn apart by animals. They were decomposed so much, no ID could be made. Their arms were bound, they could tell that.
Mhm.
Their bones had cut marks, and there was a tree with a pair of rope marks in it,
Oh,
like where
shit.
you would put a noose. So, people are thinking, that's a little fucked up. It sounds familiar. Later, with dental records, they identify Susan Place, who was 17, and Georgia Jessup, who was 16. Lucille Place, who is Susan's mom, says she last saw the girls 6 months prior with a man called Jerry Shepard.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh.
A return to sender letter Susan sent was found with his address on it. In the town of Stuart, Florida, both Georgia and Susan's mothers meet the apartment manager for the complex on the address. He tells them that Gerard Schaefer, not Jerry Shepard, lived there. He also tells them that Schaefer is in jail for his crimes against Trotter and Wells, and that he couldn't have picked up their daughters. The only evidence tying Schaefer to the crime is a suede bag that he had given his wife that had belonged to Georgia Jessup. What happened was Georgia's mom gave her that bag for her birthday, so it was easily identified.
Uh-huh.
Turns out he had picked up the girl September 27th, 1972, when he was out on bail.
Oh, god damn it.
September 27th, 1973, Schaefer goes on trial for the murders of Susan Place and George Jessup. All jurors find him guilty.
Good.
Every single one.
Right.
Good.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like the one time when you're just like, all right, we got him.
Yeah.
Right? We
No,
got him.
yeah.
We got him.
I feel,
We
pretty,
got him.
it's
I
a
feel
done-
pretty good about
Pretty
it.
confident about that?
It's a done deal, right?
So he
I feel like
flees
it
to
really
Australia.
isn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you motherfucker.
He is sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms.
Okay.
Still not enough.
Detectives postulate that based on his techniques, these 2 women were not his first victims. Upon investigating, detectives searched his personal belongings at his mom's house. In the steamer trunk, they found a journal that was filled with vulgar drawings and writing depicting crimes against women.
I'm picturing stick figures because I don't feel like this guy can really draw very well.
Kind of. Some of them are fucked up. Like,
Really?
I'll show you some of them, and they're not. They look like a real sick kid drew them.
Oh, God.
So they're not like the greatest artist.
So I was on
depictions.
point that he was not drawing very well. He was more.
Well,
okay.
I can't really draw well.
So this is like a murder diary?
kind of.
Jesus Christ.
Most of the stories show women bound, tortured, and hung by a noose.
Well, he definitely has a type.
Yep, yep. They also find tons of personal items like rings, earrings, necklaces, as well as knives and shit like that. They link 7 of the items to missing women over a 4-year span in the same county.
Shit.
When comparing to other counties, the number explodes.
Uh-oh.
Other states start calling.
Oh, fuck.
Final count comes to 32 plus cases. Because none of the bodies show up, he can't be tried for their murders.
Holy shit.
If they had been murdered. Maybe they ran away. Who knows? No, this fucker murdered them. So this guy's a giant piece of shit, but I'm not done.
Oh my god, there's more?
There's more?
During his time in prison, Schaefer would run a number of cons. He would write to men in and out of prisons and have them pay for the privilege of washing his panties.
What? I'm sorry. Hold on. Time
Wait,
out.
his panties? What?
He was pretending to be a woman.
Oh my god. Did he wear these panties and then because there's
Yeah.
some sick fuck out there that worn
I mean, they
ones.
gotta have stank in them.
Oh, that is. Sorry.
Also, he wrote a letter to John Walsh, the host of America's Most Wanted,
Mhm.
on behalf of Otis Toole. You remember who Otis Toole is?
Refresh me.
Otis Toole was a self-proclaimed cannibal. He also killed John Walsh's son.
I mean,
This is
it's getting heavy.
I'm getting.
It's
This is
getting
where I
heavy.
get. This is where I get a little chill down my spine.
Okay.
He wrote to John Walsh, pretending to be Otis Toole, and he told him that he would confess to the murder. Let me give you a little backstory of Toole. What Otis Toole would do was he would confess to the murder, and then he would recant. So he'd confess, take it back, confess, take it back, and this just kept going on. Schaefer, claiming to be Toole, told Walsh he would confess for real for $50,000. John Walsh said, "Fuck you," which
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Later, Schaefer would meet Ted Bundy in jail.
Really?
He told people that Bundy was impressed by him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said too. The Bundy tapes were super disappointing. I was pretty pissed because he wasn't as handsome or charming as everybody made him out to believe, or made me believe for years.
I thought he looked kind of weird. But
there was-
everyone's like, no, he's so handsome. I don't
somebody
understand that.
somebody described him and they said, "Oh yeah, one of his eyes is lower than the other,"
Oh.
and that's true with everybody. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Fuck, this motherfucker has one eye like way lower than the other," and I couldn't get it out of my head.
I didn't see that.
I think I was listening to the last podcast when they said that, and I replayed one and I was like, "God damn it! Now I'm not going to be able to. I can't unsee that."
Yeah, you can't see it.
Okay, so real quick comparison. Who did it better, Netflix or Last Podcast?
I think last podcast coverage of Bundy was incredible.
They do their goddamn homework.
Yeah,
man.
they really do. Not me. I just slapped this shit together. I don't even know if half this shit is true. No,
It took
Schaefer.
him about 15 minutes at max.
This?
Yeah.
You generous bastard.
Oh my god.
We're not done. By the way.
Oh, there's more.
We still have a little more.
Jesus Christ. So Ted Bundy is impressed by this son of a bitch.
I think at this point, this guy's he's saying shit.
Oh, he's just talking about his ass.
He's, like a lot of serial killers, what you'll find is they'll inflate their numbers to get more, prison rep, and I think that's what he did. But in all truth, all kidding aside, there were 32 and change personal items that were tied to missing women in the Florida, Georgia area that they found in his fucking steamer trunk. So, bare minimum, he's got like a pretty high kill count.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right up there with Bundy, because Bundy, I think he got 36, which I'm not trying to make that like, oh, he's got the high score or anything. Like, that's pretty fucking twisted. But
No, it's his facts.
But Schaefer had been doing this for a fucking while,
Right.
But
Like before he became a cop.
yeah, to this day they can't find these women. So what happened? Did he drive them out of town, or did he rape, murder, and dismember them? I'm leaning towards the other side because this has been 40 years, almost 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, chances are we'll never know.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. February 1989, Sandra London contacts Schaefer in prison saying she wants to write a book. He agrees to meet her. Now, this is kind of on a couple different websites, a couple different stories, they say that in high school, Sandra London was Schaefer's girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah. But on another website, I saw that she was the mother of his girlfriend. But age-wise, I had to kind of whittle it down. I think she was his girlfriend. She wanted to write a book about their relationship. It was rumored that they were engaged for a while before she broke it off, and she began a relationship with Danny Rolling, another serial killer.
She too has a type.
Yeah, big time. On December 3rd, 1995, so not that far back in yesteryear,
Yeah. Close to 25 years ago.
another inmate barged into Schaefer's cell and after slitting Schaefer's throat, stabbed him in both eyes multiple times
Shit.
each. Approximately 40 times.
Fuck.
The guy who supposedly killed Schaefer confessed and then he recanted.
Oh my god.
They have no idea why he killed him other than Schaefer was a dick. Schaefer was a super prick. He thought he was better than everybody else. He thought I was a cop. They don't survive very long in jail, but he inflated his numbers like Bundy did. Bundy said, "Oh yeah, I've got 80 to 100 kills probably. I'm in the triple digits." This guy was doing the same shit. So everybody fucking hated him.
So the guy that stabbed him and recanted was
Just another prisoner.
oh, I thought it was the guy that he was pretending to be.
No,
Oh,
but
that would have been a nice twist.
That's what I was
No.
thinking.
no, I think Otis Toole was executed years before that. I can look it up. I'm not going to do it right now because I already told you my story. But yeah, he was running all these cons in jail,
Yeah.
and he was very Trumpian about it. He would run a con, fuck somebody over. Like he would snitch on people
Uh-huh.
to gain favors from the guards and stuff like that. So that shit will catch up to you. And
Yeah.
they don't take that shit lightly in jail. What else are they gonna do? Slitting somebody's throat? I'm already here. What are they gonna do? Put me in a different jail?
Yeah.
Fine.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. I'll stab somebody in the motherfucking eyes. Well, not me personally. So
So
Right.
you were not joking. That shit went dark fast.
I could have drawn it out, but we're as per usual. I don't want to go long, and we're at 45 minutes now, and with editing and everything, that's gonna be 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
I for an episode on like Escobar by himself, I would say that's 3 40-minute episodes.
Yeah, and I can't wait to do that. That's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to do that next.
I loved his hippos, but I feel like focusing on him is gonna be really good.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. So that's my story. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
That was a hell of a damn story. I was not expecting that at all.
You never do, Billy.
I really don't.
You never do.
So I guess until next time, guys. What do you say? Yeah, we're gonna.
I thought you were going to lead us out.
I'm about to. I'm talking to you guys real quick.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
We're hot sauce, or I'm sorry. Let me try that again. We're hot sauced with a D at the end,
Yeah.
and
It's for a double dose of pimping.
tune in next time. And what are we gonna be doing next time? You guys have an idea or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well, check back in and we'll have another fun, maybe dark, maybe not so dark, maybe a little
It's a-
lighthearted.
It's a coin flip now.
It really is.
Either you get
We are-
horrible or really good.
What's our count on shit bags and not so shit bags?
I was going to say we got wins, losses. I think we got like 2 good guys and a bunch of shitbags.
It's so much easier to be shitty people. It really is. There's just too many of them. Yeah, I could throw a dart in a fucking encyclopedia, and it's gonna land on a shithead 9 out of 10 times.
9 out of 10. Well, guys, thanks for listening.
Coconut crab.
And watch out for those spider crabs. They're real. Until next time.
They'll hang out on your roof. Hey everybody, thanks for listening. If you'd like to learn more about our podcast, you can join us on our website, which is wheretocast.com, which has links to our Twitter, our Facebook, as well as our Patreon. If you want to go straight to our Patreon, it is patreon.com/hotsaucecast.com.